businessman for a day, he will give up after 4 hours. Of course, everyone sees the rich people relax, taking vacations, being happy, having enough time for their family and for their self projects, very profitable projects, all the good side of being a businessman. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, a businessman, but they don't see the life experience behind the years of hard work, and not everybody has the success, the risk they have to take, the stress, the decision, the compromises, the sacrifices. Take, for example, this day of a businessman. You wake up sick, but you have no alternatives. You have to go to work because you have an important meeting and there are 2 days left until the summer holiday. You have to take some decisions and finish the money cycle, the working cycle. You have to take some decisions and keep on working. You delegate to someone to answer your phones in the first part of the day, until you will be rich enough, you will have enough money to have someone to delegate every aspect of your life, all the things you have to do for yourself. When you will have money, you will delegate responsibilities, you will delegate decisions, you will delegate time. Other people will work for you and you will save time. You will manage to have someone, for example, who is responsible with your investment, someone you can trust. You will have a good accountant. You will have a good person who you can trust and advise, someone richer than you probably, and to delegate. But until then, you will have to take all decisions, all the stress, all the responsibilities, plus the working process. You have to be very good in what you're doing, in what your company is. And if you have also employees, you are responsible for your life of your workers and horizontally for all the people that benefits from your country, from your work, from your company. But you don't see these aspects. But besides the workers you have, there are horizontally other people that are depending on your company and your decisions. Take, for example, one holiday. In that day, there are no services around your company. Nobody delivers food. Nobody is buying some products. Nobody is working. Other people don't have work because you have 1 day free. Now, let's begin. You wake up sick. This is a real story. This is the story of a real company, of a real businessman with real names and real workers. And I'm one of the workers. I'm seeing this. You've delegated someone to answer your calls in your first day, in the first part of the day. You spend time with your family, with your kids, wife. Then you go to work. At work, the first problems appear. You have the morning routine, the coffee break, the first appointment with your directors, with your workers, most important workers, with the to-do list of today, the unsolved problems of the last day, the new problems that appear, decisions. You have been announced that one worker is sick, one worker wants to quit his job. You already have some working problems. The working process has delay. You have a meeting, an important meeting with some investors, some business owners today. You have to be fit, you have to be good. Your speech must be okay. You know this is what you're trained for in life. Then you have the other side of the business. Everything. You have emails, you have calls, you have the customers, you have clients, you have business partners, you have suppliers. The government has announced you a new tax. You have to speak again with your accountant. You have to eat every day. You have to be in shape every day. You have to have small talks maybe with your workers, a joke, something, to feel the vibe of the company, to understand what's happening in the society. You have to know the news of the day, what's happening in the world or in your city. All of this you can delegate, but if you don't have enough money to delegate, you have some things you have to do for your own, because it's your own company, nobody is deciding. Then you have to have some breaks to reconnect yourself. You have some ideas, some problems that you have solved, and you have to write down those ideas. Everything of this, it costs time and stress and problems. Then you have to fire someone because it's a toxic person and it's creating problems. Then you have to talk with the new people who want to get hired in your company. Another one, put a fake smile on your face, be happy, and lie in the promises of the good future job that you can offer. Because you have to attract somehow the curiosity of the potential worker, especially if it's a good one, if it has potential. And this goes from years of experience, and all of these facts are happening every day, every day. Then you remembered you promised your accountant a bonus salary for this month for doing the good job, and you have 2 days left before the summer holiday. It's late in the night, and you go home. You pick up some flowers for your wife, some sweets for your kids, some groceries, and you go home. And you arrive home, how was it work? It was okay. You can check out my documentary, The Hard Work Paradox, where I said before, you come home from work, you have to take a break and vomit all the stress and all the problems that you acquire in that day, because you don't bring back home the problems that you gain at work. You don't bring home the stress and the success ideas and the successful things that happening in that day, because the wife wants you to be for her. The kids want to play with you. They don't are curious about how was your day at work. You have to be a dad. You have to be a husband. You have to talk with your parents because you are their son, and this is a part of life. You have the spiritual part of life. You have your own time and your own project, your personal emotions that you must manage every day. And this is very stressful, especially when you know that so many people depend on you. You have shareholders, you have people that put bread on the table because how the way you rule your company. And being a business owner is not easy. Of course, you can make money working alone, but then if you have a problem and you cannot work for a day, you have problems because everything is depending on you. On the other side, there are other people that are depending on you, more problems. So being a businessman is not that easy. You depend on others, you depend on money, and you have to learn, because the life experience you gain through time and through problems and through decisions and responsibilities and compromises and decisions, tough decisions, this life experience you cannot buy. Nobody can teach you because it's your own personalized decisions. You cannot buy these things. You cannot skip these steps, because one day in the future you will encounter the same problems that you didn't solve today. In every aspect of life is the same. Every aspect of life. You have to solve your problems. You have to do the hard work. I talk with a colleague of mine to be more careful when he operates the machine, because he's young, he doesn't have experience. And until he doesn't make his first mistake, his first small working accident, to make him conscious about the responsibility of his work, he don't want to listen. He don't want to respect rules. He's staying on the phone and not working with responsibility. And this is a life lesson. It's better to protect yourself than to learn from accidents, especially working accidents that can be causing the other aspects in the future, the post-traumatic stress disorder, and other problems. You will remember these working accidents, will affect you physically, mentally, and all the problems. And everyone can avoid this. But people are neglecting this, are ignorant and are neglecting these aspects of life. And there are so many lessons to learn, especially from people who have experienced life. And still, they don't want to listen. The stress, the adrenaline that a business owner has. Imagine you wake up and all the companies you have invested in are in red, are losing money. Your assets, some of your assets are devaluing. Some of your assets are losing money. You're not afraid. You know this works the economy. But still, with every new tax, with every new salary, wage you must give to your workers, your profits, it gets smaller. You have to be innovative, to be creative, to find new ideas, to be inspired by others. And this is the life of a businessman. You can learn something from this talk. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can learn from all the people around you only if you have the curiosity, and if you have a dream, and if you want to do something in your life for a better life, for yourself and for your life, for your family, and for the